Hello friends, welcome in my YouTube channel. Friends, yet if you have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe my channel and improve me in my work of creation. Friends, today we are going to see the literary contribution of Oscar Wilde. Oscar Wilde was an Irish poet, playwright. Apart from that, Oscar Wilde is become one of the most popular playwrights in London due to his best remembered epigrams and plays. His novel, The Picture of Dorian Gray, and the circumstances of his criminal convictions for gross indecency, for consensual homosexual acts, imprisonment, and early death at the age of 46. Friends, as 19th century renowned Irish English writer, Oscar Wilde was great learned person who fluently speak French and German languages. As the scholar of University of Wilde read grades, he is also belong to exceptional classicist movement. He is the student of Trinity College Dublin, and then he went at Oxford. Friends, Oscar Wilde became associated with the emerging philosophy of aestheticism, led by two of his tutors, Pater and John Ruskin. After university, Oscar Wilde moved to London into fashionable cultural and social circles. As a spokesman of aestheticism, he tried his hand as various literary activities, such as he published a book of poems, lectured in United States and Canada on the new English Renaissance in art and interior decoration. Then he returned to London, where he worked prolifically as a journalist. Oscar Wilde, known for his biting wit, flamboyant dress, and glittering conversational skill, he became one of the best known personalities of his day. At the turn of the 1890s, he refined his ideas about the supremacy of art in series of dialogues and essays, and incorporated themes of decadence, duplicity, and beauty into what would be his only novel, The Picture of Dorian Gray. As far as the aesthetic details are concerned, he has contributed various fields of literature. Friends, as a man of letters, Oscar Wilde contributed much to literature. As far as his contribution to literature is concerned, Oscar Wilde has contributed to journalism as an editor. He was provoked himself in the form of letters as artistic matters in the Pall Mall Gazette. Then he also worked in very famous Daily Chronicle. Apart from that, he worked as editor of the Ladies' World magazine. Later on, he renamed the magazine The Woman's World. Apart from this editorial contribution, Oscar Wilde has contributed in shorter fiction world. As far as his stories and shorter fictions are concerned, Oscar Wilde was such a great writer who really expressed the views of common man through his stories. His shorter fictions works are The Happy Prince and Other Tales, Lord Arthur Saville's Crime and Other Stories, A House of Pomegranates, and The Portrait of Mr. W.H. Friends, as far as Oscar Wilde's short stories are concerned, we are really influenced by the themes like the stories like The Happy Prince or The Model Millionaire. So, all these stories are really pathfinders for forthcoming story writers. As far as his special pleasure to the literature in the form of story writing, apart from this, Oscar Wilde contributed to essays and dialogues. For example, his certain famous essays as a journalist are very famous. The essays like The Soul Man Under Socialism, The Decay of Lying, and The Critic as an Artist. As far as 19th century writer, he contributed with his pencil to the Irish as well as English literature. He has expressed artist individualism, and individualism is a disturbing and disintegrating force. There lies in immense value, for it seeks is to disturb monotony of type, slavery of custom, tyranny of habit, and the reduction of man to the level of a machine. So, these are the views of Oscar Wilde regarding the writings. George Orwell summarized his writings in the following words: in effect, the world will be populated by artists is striving after perfection in the way that seems best to him. Friends, this is about his very important contribution to essays. Apart from that, as a novelist, The Picture of Dorian Gray, which I have already mentioned, is one of the famous work of art. As far as his theatrical contribution is concerned, Oscar Wilde recorded a very good contribution to theatre also. As far as his dramatic writing is concerned, he has published the two plays in 1880s. Those are Vera or the Nihilists and the Duchess of Padua. Apart from that, he also wrote a very famous play, Salome. Friends, after all, he contributed in comedies also, such as Lady Windermere's Suspan, A Woman of No Importance, and Ideal Husband. These are his famous comedies. In this way, Oscar Wilde contributed a lot to literature. Really, his contribution, the importance of being earnest, is well known in English literature of the world. Friends, such a great writer, a great Irish contributor to English literature was passed away on on 30th November 1900. Friends, really we feel his contribution to the literature, and we found that Oscar Wilde was a magical man of letters who has exemplified the literary reign by his writings. His stories, especially his stories and his novels, fully or for all time, they will be read and people will be enjoy his writings. In this way, we will stop here about the Oscar Wilde's contribution to English literature, Irish English literature, and I stop here. Thank you. In my next video, we are going to see Oscar Wilde's beautiful story entitled The Model Millionaire. Thank you very much. Thank you, friends.